a chance over to the near side. We're going to have to replay this horn. Down low to the near side they go, battling for possession. Zaka in the offensive end, going to be over there to Middlestad, over to Zaka. Zaka, he shoots, he scores! That's a trick! Didn't have to go, face off, and the gloves drop immediately. We got a fight breaking out here. Kostelic getting some punches up against Sam Carrick. They're right at the center ice. Going to be a big shot and a big win by Mark Kostelic as he gets ripped down by Carrick after the fight. That's going to be an added penalty. That's going to be a game misconduct, I think, for Carrick. And the Devils are going to clear that zone over to the near side. Here comes Heischer on a chance. A shot denied. Rebound shot. What a save by Carter Hart. Waiting for it is, I believe it's going to be, it's not going to be Marner in front of the net. Here comes a chance. A shot. He scores! This is going to be Paul Cotter on the first shootout. Taking it in towards the net. Going to make a shot. Deflected by Carter Hart. Jesper Bratt moving in. He takes a shot. He scores! Jesper Bratt gets the first goal of the shootout. The Devils have a 1-0 advantage. Here we go. Mark Stone. No attempts this season on the shootout. Here's his first. Moving into the near side, over to the far. He shoots and it's gloved by Jake Allen. Mitch Marner, ready to go. Taking it in from the near side. Working around with speed to the far. He goes and scores! Oh no, did he double shoot it? Yeah, it's correct. Gloves immediately coming off. We got a fight right here at the beginning. Who is that? Zadorov and number 47, that's Struble, going at it right at the opening whistle. And here we go, Zadorov laying a couple of fists, and it's going to be back against the boards on the near side. A couple of fists going either direction. Still clinging onto each other over on the far side. Now they're all the way back into the Bruins offensive end. Still on their feet, still laying punches. The helmet comes off of Struble, and still laying some punches to Zadorov. And now Struble trying to get back in this fight, but Zadorov is absolutely dominating it, and they break it up on the boards. Up to the top of the zone, over to Mantha, intercepted, and here comes a breakaway chance for the Flames. He shoots, he scores. Connor Zary getting the first goal of the game on a breakaway after an interception. And there's the goal horn. There it is. I was wondering when that was going to proc. But yeah. Gonna take the draw and gonna be won by the Pens. That's gonna be Kindle. Up to the near side to Shea. Shea working down low. Gonna try and take it behind the net. Trying to create some room. Over to the far side. To the top of the zone. Over to St. Ivan. He sends a shot. Deflected. Oh, I thought that was in the net. It went over to the far side. Battling down low in front of chance. A shot. He's gone!
He will not be denied twice. He will not be denied twice.
Bill Quinn, let's frickin' go. That's how you do it, my boy. Passing back over to Novak. Novak taking it around over to the far side. Gonna try and connect with Chinikov if he can. But here we go. Oh, boy. Here we go over to the near side. Carlson passing across. A chance. A shot. He's on! Let's win! Let's frickin' go, baby! Stand the kid!
Took it on his took it on his shoulder and said, let me just clear this one.
That is how you do it. Stand the kid, clearing the Penguins bench. Let's let that horn sing, baby! That is how you do it. The Pens pulling a comeback win off and not blowing it. That is how you frickin' do it. That's how the Pittsburgh Mother-Loving Penguins do it. If they keep playing like this, we'll be covering Penguins hockey late into the summer. Let's go! The Pittsburgh Mother-Loving Penguins getting a big overtime goal. Ready to roll. Face off in the Pens offensive end. Going to be taken back by the Red Wings. Sider along the far side boards. Up through the far side. Battling into the neutral zone. Taken back by the Pens to the near side. Here comes Crosby. Looking to pass it across. Ice, a chance. A shot. He's gone! Run! Russ! Front of the net, working with that puck, clearing it out. It's Kindle. A chance. A breakaway. He shoots. He scores! Igor Chinikov! Getting his first goal as a Penguin. Let's go, baby! 2-0 Penguins. Woo! Let's go! That is how you frickin' do it. How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of JasonsRealm here today, bringing you live play-by-play coverage and reactions to the Seattle Kraken. Unleash the Kraken, taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. A big game tonight for Vegas, specifically as they are trying to lock up a playoff spot. Yo, what's good, Johns? And you voted for Seattle. You are the one vote I believe we have in the chat. Yes, sir. You are the one for the Kraken. So overall, we are ready for a big game here in Las Vegas, Nevada, out in the desert. A big game for the Knights, not so much for the Kraken. They're not going to make top 5 odds for the top pick, and really, they're kind of in the middle of the pack. They're kind of mid. Whereas for Vegas, it's a simple point and clinch the division and clinch a date with the Utah Mammoth. And the question is, can Vegas get it done? Now, granted, any points lost tomorrow by Edmonton would also secure the division for Vegas, but just to err on the safe side, you'd rather get the point tonight and lock up that division. If you are Vegas, you'd rather lock that up now. Oh, man. As long as it's not the Kings in the 3rd spot in the Pacific, we're fine. Otherwise, we're stuck with another bout of Kings Oilers, which, oh my gosh. Somebody kill me if that happens. Oh, man. But yeah, how we doing today, everybody? How we feeling tonight? We are getting ready for what should be an awesome night of hockey here. Taking a quick look around the rest of the NHL real quick. We did have 4 games go final so far. The Stars beating the Sabres in a shootout. We were live for that one. The Rangers getting their last win of the season with a 4-2 victory over the Lightning. The Panthers walloping the Red Wings 8-1. And the Ottawa Senators winning 3-1 over the Maple Leafs. Man, yeah, honestly, as long as the Kings don't get 3rd in the Pacific, I'm happy. I just want something different than Kings Oilers, bro. Like, really. I don't want to deal with that again. We've had it too many times. But also, right now, the San Jose Sharks up 2-0 over the Chicago Blackhawks. How we doing in fantasy tonight? Well, let's find out. Taking a look at the fantasy lineup for tonight. Now, remember, I do have a lot of players in this game tonight. I got Eli Tolvanen. I got Jordan Eberle. I got Matty Beniers, Bobby McCann, Vince Dunn, Mark Stone. Oh my gosh, I got a lot of players in this one. I also got Macklin Celebrini, who hasn't done a whole lot tonight, and Alexander Wenberg, who also hasn't done a lot tonight. But overall, my opponent's gaining some ground, and it's getting concerning. It is under a 50-point lead now, and there's still tomorrow to play. Dun, 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 or no, dun, 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 dun. A former Blue. Oh, man. Well, we are ready to rumble here out in the desert. Should be a good night here. A good night, a good game to wrap it up with, too. Oh, man. Let's see. They've initiated a second wave of street closings in the North Shore around Point State Park. In short, don't go around the areas unless you have to. It's already a mess. Yo, the draft area is coming together, though, which is nice to see. It is nice to see the draft area, man. I'm going to be there. I'm going to try and kick a field goal. Oh, wait. No, it is at the end. It's at the short end. It's kicking out towards this video board. Yes. I'm going to try and kick a field goal inside Heinz Field. So, you know, it should be a fun one. Should be a fun one to watch. Because we'll be live, hopefully, from the draft, as long as they have Wi-Fi extended out in the area. Get any comments on streams? Let's go ahead and take a look real quick. Let me go back over yeah. And over yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. John, time stamping coming up clutch. Let's go, bro. But here we go. Start of this game. Here comes the opening faceoff. Going to be won by the Kraken. Out to the far side. By the way, oh no, that's going to make it into the game day vlog for the NFL draft. So don't you worry. But yeah, so the Kraken's history of having the best named players continues because their goalie tonight is Nike Coco. You got Capo Caco and Nike Coco. Like, Too many good names. Too many awesome names for the Kraken in one team. But here we go. The puck through center to the offensive end. Going to be played out and easily kicked away by Carter Hart. Taken by Rasmus Andersson to the far side boards. Battling forward out along the boards and up to the top of the zone. Moving it around now towards the offensive end. Going to be played in and chased down to the far corner by the Kraken. Knights get it in front. Can't quite connect. Eichel ends up hitting his head on the ice. And the puck gets cleared out. Chasing it all the way down. I did most of the time stamps with a bit of suspense. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, John. So here we go. Out to the far side. Up through center come the Kraken. Into the offensive end. They'll dump it. Taking a massive dump on the Vegas Strip. Nikkekokko. Nikkei Coco. Like, oh my gosh. So around the far side, back to the near, taken by the Kraken, top of the zone, and it's going to clear themselves out. So it's going to be chased down by Seattle. Moving it out the near side, going to be off the stick of Riker Evans into the offensive end far side. Along the boards, the Kraken going to have to give chase. Hurdle trying to move it out. Yes. Oh yeah, Coco he's not had a lot of time in the NHL. I can tell you that. He doesn't even have a number on daily faceoff. But here we go. Out to the far side corner. Along the boards, tied up down low. And going to be taken now near side by the Seattle Kraken. Up through center with a chance. Into the offensive end, working it around now the far side across to the near. Top of the zone, going to get moved out by the Knights. And chasing it down is going to be the Kraken in their own end. Ready to roll, moving it around now, out the near side through center, and into the offensive end they'll go. Far side boards, gonna be wrestled away by the Knights, back by the Kraken again. And ultimately Vegas gonna come away with it out the far side. Up through center to the offensive end, and gonna be back in behind the net of Coco to the near side. Clearing it up through center, here come the Seattle Kraken, out to the far side. And we got a whistle. Okay, let me go ahead and get this fan going. And let me lower the fan speed. There we go. That should be good. Here we go, taking a look at Eichel after knocking his head on the ice. So here we go. The draw going to be taken by the Knights out of their own end, working it out the far side boards. Up through center and into the offensive end. They'll send it. Taking it out the near side. Here come the Kraken. If they can get it out of the zone. Taken by Hannafin. Sent down low for the Knights. And the Kraken come away with it. All the way out into the offensive end. And Rasmus Andersson able to get a stick on it in the far corner. But chasing him down aggressively is going to be Bobby McMahon. And able to send it behind the net to Eberle. Out to the far side. Eberle working the puck. Man. That puck going to get cleared out near side. Played by Montour. And up the near side through center, over there to Eberle, into the offensive end. Not the far side with a chance, taken back by the Knights. Up through center they go, into the offensive end, driving it in, shot, and kicked away to the near side boards, top of the zone. Working with it down low, out the far side, and going to be battled in front, near side, Eichel, centering pass, shot, goes over the net. And out to the near side, the Knights again with it. Working it around to the point. Cycling it around near side, down low for Eichel, centering shot, not gonna go. Top of the zone again. Working it around far side, and that puck's gonna end up out of play. All right. So there we go. Nice little aggressive early game by both teams so far. Go ahead and see what kind of news we got rolling. All right. So here we go. Man. So here we go. Again, taking a look at that chance on a passing across in front of the net. Man. So out to the near side. Here come the Kraken. Up through center they go. Dumping it up to the offensive end. Chased down by Korzak. Behind the net. Aggressively playing him is going to be Eli Tolvin in for the Kraken. And out the near side, it's going to be the Knights. Dumping it up into the offensive end. Working it around the far side boards. And trying to send it around near side. Top of the zone, taken out by the Kraken. And back into the offensive end. But we got a whistle. He'll be offside, I believe. Okay. Let's see. Okay. But yeah, taking a look at Lane Lambert in his first season with the Kraken, a .494 percentage coach at 34, 35, and 11. So here we go. Working it around. Face-off going to be won by the Knights. Top of the zone. That going to be sent back off of the stick of Kolasar. Into the offensive end where the Kraken get it back. Near side, and we got a penalty. Or not penalty, but puck play with a high stick. Nightbot up in here again, John. Let's go. Okay. So here we go. Here we go. Around, face-off won by the Kraken. Moving it out the near side of their own end. Through center into the offensive end. They'll send it. Hannafin trying to take it back, but on it is going to be Riker Evans. Top of the zone, Rukako. And around the near side boards again. Here come the Golden Knights. Dumping it up to the offensive end. If they can get it in there, and it's going to be chased down along the boards. Taken back, and the puck goes out of play. All right. So we are ready to roll. Ooh, man, Santana has an awesome closer intro. Woo, boy. So here we go. Ready to roll. Face-off going to be one near side, top of the zone, working it around into the offensive end. They'll send it. Working it is going to be the Kraken out the near side, top of the zone, through center. Into the neutral zone, taken back by the Knights. Dumping it up to the offensive end, chasing it back in behind the net, and going to be frozen by Nikkei Koko. Okay. So, let's see. Oh, man. But yeah, we are ready to rumble here. Oh, rumor being the Flyers at Pens might be the first game in the playoffs. We have a rumor from Filipponi. I don't know how accurate that's going to be. But let's see. Ready to roll now in front of the net. A chance! And going to be frozen by Carter Hart. Let's see. NHL playoff schedule rumors. Let's see. Let me see. Well, I can't find any rumors on it. Apart from Filipponi, and I don't know how accurate that's going to end up being. But here we go. Ready to roll. We got a face-off on the far side circle. And here we go. Sent down around the near side. And back out to the far. Moving it up through center in towards the offensive end for the Knights. Near side. Barbashev, a cross pass shot. Loose in front of the net and goes out to the far side. Taken back top of the zone by the Knights. Working it around near side. Driving shot. Kicked away. Nice chance by McNabb. But the puck ends up out of play. All right. So we'll see here. Ready to roll. Taking a look at Carter Hart. 5-0-0 since return from injury with a 180 goals against and a .925 save percentage. So just saying. Okay. So here we go. 14:08 to go here. And ready to roll. Face-off going to be won here and moved up by the Kraken into the neutral zone. Working it around the far side, taken back by the Knights, wing to wing near side, up through center, into the offensive end near side, going to be taking Barbashev. Down low, into the corner, out the far side, out to the near side, top of the zone. Sending it down again into the boards, top of the zone, that's going to be for McNabb. And along the near side corner, top of the zone, kept in by Stone, out to the far side, chased down by Vince Dunn. Along the boards, out and out through center. Here come the Kraken. Into the offensive end, working it around down low. Trying to wrap it around near side, top of the zone. Shot kicked away. And wrapping around to the far side, not able to connect. The Quiet Chat both streams, yeah, well, I think a lot of it is, I don't know how many people are tuned into the NHL right now because there's NBA going on, I think. And pair that with the fact that these games don't really have much significance. Like, you know what I mean? And right now, you're the only one here, John. You're actually the only one here right now in this stream. But here we go. Moving it out through center. NBA's going on, isn't it? NBA. Oh, yeah. So we'll see here. When is the NBA play-in tournament? Let's see. Oh, man. Let me see here. Yeah, the play-in tournament's going on today, like right now. So that's what it is. That's part of what it is. Pair that with the fact these are meaningless games in the NHL. You know, people got other things to do. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how the stream goes. If the stream doesn't pick up, I might wrap it up a bit sooner so I can get something to eat. But if it picks up, you know, we'll hang it out. If we got a close game or if the stream picks up, we'll hang it out. But if the game is being a blowout and it's, you know, just you, John, we might wrap it up a bit early. Just because I really haven't, all I've had to eat today are 3 biscuits. So, plus I also want to get some work done on some of the other videos. I was going to write more scripts tomorrow, but you know, if the stream isn't going to do well tonight, I might as well work on it. You know, I might as well work on it tonight. You know, let me see. Let me get a little reload on this. So we'll see here. I mean, it's also just impressions are kind of down tonight as well. So, but you know, we're rolling. We're rolling. I want to get that video out though before the Pens play their first playoff game. So we will see. We will see. Oh man, just rolling through here, rolling through on X, seeing if we got any other news to report on. Maybe, we'll see. We'll see how the stream's going. See how things are going, see how what, you know, everything's going on, you know. Okay. But yeah, we are ready to roll here. Right now, this game has been pretty back and forth though. I really can't say that any team has really been dominant this game so far. It's really been a back and forth kind of affair. So we'll see what happens, but I don't know. I don't know. We're back here in Vegas though, ready to roll. Okay. So yeah, we are ready to rumble here. And going to be taken out the near side, cleared out by Lazon, up through center for the Knights, but the Kraken getting it back into the offensive end they'll go. Nice check dished out as the Knights take it back, clearing it to center, and it's going to be another puck battle where Vegas gets it in their own end. Working it out wing to the far side, sending it back in behind the net of Nike Coco. Along the boards, Colasar tied up with Winterton among others. Into the corner, working it around now, near side still. Top of the zone centering. Working it out, Lazon with a shot. Not going to go. Around the near side still. Trying to send it out, and it's going to be taken by the Knights near side. Pass not going to be a good one. And it's going to be around the near side, top of the zone. Cole Smith was just not ready for that. And out to the far side they go. Along the boards near side, going to be played there by Riker Evans. Up through center into the neutral zone to the offensive end. But it's going to be taken back by the Kraken. And battling for that possession, they'll dump it up into the offensive end. Working with that possession around the near side, taken by Braden McNabb. Up through center. Into the offensive end goes Brett Howden. Chance shot by Dorofeyev. Not going to go. And frozen by Nike Coco. Okay. Oh, we'll see. I want to see something here. Was Ovi like actually shedding tears at the end of his interview? Oh my gosh. Let me see here. Oh my gosh. He was starting to shed tears. That's why he wanted to end it. Wow. That was emotional for Ovi. But here we go. Top of the zone. Working it out now. Here come the Kraken. Near side. That's going to be Eberle. Clearing it up through center with a chance into the offensive end. Driving it down near side. And going to be frozen up relatively easily by Carter Hart. Not a lot of effort there on the shot by McMahon. Oh, Ovi, after his last game in an interview, he was kind of like struggling. He was struggling to keep his composure. So, we'll see. We will see. Oh, man. So, ready to roll. Waiting on the draw here. Going to be taken by Jack Eichel up against the Kraken, and the Kraken will end up winning it. Top of the zone, near side. Sent down low from Montour. Out to the far side, working it around. That's going to be Hannafin, clearing it up for Vegas. And they're going to wave off the icing. Taken back down low behind the net by the Kraken off of the stick of Mahura. And now out to the far side. Kraken with it in their own end. Vegas playing aggressive press. Near side trying to rip it away. And now to the near side, top of the zone. It's going to be a 3-on-2 for Seattle. Into the offensive end near side. Centering pass for McMahon. Not going to go. And taken back by the Knights. Up the near side through center into the neutral zone. That's going to be from Stone. Out to the far side and back again. Out to the center ice area. Passing it up now towards the offensive end for Vegas. And they're going to lose control. Losing control of that was Sissons. Out to the far side, now going to be taken by Vegas. Into the offensive end, they'll send it. But the Kraken clearing it out again. And out to the near side, going to go for Vegas again. Back up into the offensive end. Moving it now through center where Vegas takes it back. Out to the far side, now moving it in, driving in with a chance. A shot, and deflected off of the boards in the back end. Over to the near side, taken by the Knights. Taken back by the Kraken, shot, not going to make it. Out to the far side again. The Kraken driving it in behind the net near side. Top of the zone, quick chance, shot. Not going to go. I actually had two chances on that. And trying to wrap it around the far side. Vegas taking it around the near side. That's going to be McNabb out of his own end. Sending it now out to the far side. Okay. We will see here. Moving it out the near side. Up through center, back into the Knights offensive end. Chasing it down into the corner. A very physical game so far between these two teams. And backing around the near side. Taking it around now is going to be off of the stick there of Cole Smith. Top of the zone, Lazan with a shot. And going to get redirected out to the far side. Along the boards, down low. Working it around, trying to get it to the near side. That's going to be off of the stick there of Korzak. And taken back by the Kraken up through center. Into the offensive end. Shot from the corner and saved by Carter Hart. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the play there. Lazan getting into it big time with Yanni Nyman. A lot of extracurricular pushing and shoving after the play. Yowzes. It looks like they're going to step away for another commercial, but we won't do that here. We don't do that. Oh, man. But we will see. We will see. And let me know your guys' thoughts here. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this game. Man. Oh, we'll see here. Okay. But yeah, we're kind of rolling our way here. Taking a look around the rest of the NHL while we have a little bit of time. It's going to be a 2-0 lead for the Sharks over the Blackhawks with 2:01 to go in the second period. You know, I don't know that I want to eat during the break, man, though, because I want to keep you guys, I want to keep entertaining you guys through the break, you know? So that's kind of the thought. My thoughts go Kraken in this game? Well, we'll see. We will see. And I don't know why we're just not getting a lot of people here tonight. I don't know why. There's just not a lot of people, I guess, looking for this game. And I mean, it makes sense given that it's, you know, a relatively meaningless game. I mean, Vegas is all but clinched up. Everything would need to go wrong for Vegas for them to make or to fall to the second seed. I mean, they would need to not get a singular point tonight against the Kraken, and then tomorrow they would need to somehow, let's see, they would need to have Edmonton not get a point against, or lose a point against Vancouver. This is Vegas' last game, so keep that in mind as well. Edmonton will have everything to play for as well. There's 3 games to watch tomorrow. Oilers, Canucks, Kings, Flames, and Ducks, Predators, as those all have big implications for matchups. We already know the Mammoths is going to play the winner of the Pacific. They locked up their seed last night. This is going to be John Tortorella's first playoff appearance since 2019-2020 with Columbus. And here we go, a far side zone draw, waiting for it, top of the zone, sent back down low by the Kraken. Out to the near side along the boards, tied up down low for that puck, and moving it around towards the near side. Trying to see how it goes now through center and in towards the offensive end. 4th game of your team is playing tomorrow. That is true. That is true. Just like John. But now working around from the point. Vegas with the puck over to the near side. Able to hit McNabb down low. And working it around now out to the near side corner. Moving it now. Still tied up along the boards. Yo, what's good, RFK? How you doing, bro? Amen. Amen, good sir. And into the offensive end come the Golden Knights. Wrapping it around in front. Chance. And it's going to be Dorofeyev not able to make a clean shot. Playoffs will start on Saturday, the 18th. And a quick shot and frozen up by Nike Coco. Yeah, playoffs will start on Saturday. We don't know time slots yet. We don't know time slots. We don't know when things are going to go. You know what I mean? We don't know when. But we know it'll be Saturday. Guess who I'm rooting for? Win nothing. Yeah, I know you're rooting for Vegas. I know. Oh man. So we'll see here, bro. There was like a Wizard of Oz style tornado, bro. That's crazy. But here we go, backing around in front for the Knights. A chance, not able to go. Someone else here. That is true, John. That is true. And Carter Hart going to play that puck out to the near side. And moving it out now is going to be off the stick of Barbashev, but giving it up to the Kraken. And into the offensive end, they're going to make a zone entry out to the far side. That was from the stick of Gaudreau. But out to the near side, Lazan gets his stick back on it again. Up through center near side, off of Barbashev, into the offensive end. Oh yeah, an overtime loss would clinch as well. So as long as this game goes to overtime, Vegas clinches the top seed. So here we go, out to the far side, past Lazan, up through center, Barbashev. He gets tripped up, Eichel driving shot, and it's gonna go loose, and he somehow makes the stop. Nike Coco, what a stop! And we got a whistle here. We'll see if there's gonna be a penalty coming up. I thought I saw the arm up, so we'll see. Yeah, it looks like we got a penalty here. It's going to be Myers going to the sin bin. It's going to be Ben Myers. And, yep, that's a penalty. He took a dude out. You can't do that, buddy. You can't do that. Okay, let me go ahead here and... Where's the power play? There we go. The power play home. So the Vegas Golden Knights are on the power play. Scoring doesn't matter. Oh man, so driving on down low, working it around near side, top of the zone, Eichel up to the point with a chance, a shot, not gonna go. Out to the near side again, Eichel passing down low along the boards near side. Eichel and Stone both having been out there over a minute and working it around near side, top of the zone, Eichel from the circle near side, passing up to the point. Marner shot goes wide. Backing around the near side, that's a chance from Stone, back to Eichel, and working it around far side, center pass, near side shot! What a save by Kako! Wow! Wow! Ike Kako! What an incredible effort there. What an incredible effort. Oh, man. So, we'll see here. Again, what an effort there. Stone trying to flip it up. But Coco right there. So, here we go. Over to the near side, Eichel. Working with that puck. From the top of the circle. Passing down low, near side, in front, chance! And not gonna go again! Working it around to the point now, over to the far side. Top of the zone to the point, to the near side to Eichel. Eichel with the puck. Working it around. From the point, how was Bowling? Bowling was alright. Bowling was alright. Over to the near side, Marner, passing it around, now back in behind the net. Over to the near side, Marner. Top of the zone to the point. Working it around now, driving it, near side, chance. Marner, a minute 29 of consistent zone time. They have been in the zone all power play. And Eichel with a chance centering, and now the Kraken will finally clear the zone. And they can finally get a change. Out to the near side, down low, going to be taken by Dorofeyev. Out to the far side, passing back. We did not win. We got one game. We won one game at 2 points, but we lost 5. But, you know, the whole standings is like really tight. So we'll see. Man, working it around behind the net, out to the far side. Top of the zone, circling around Barbashev. Along the boards. Working with that puck. Man, want some calamari? Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Up to the point. Rasmus Anderson shot! And gonna go off the glove. An 85-mile-an-hour heater. And now back to the top of the zone. The power play does expire, by the way. And out to the far side. The puck gets sent all the way out. And it's going to be no icing. Working around Shea Theodore, tied up with Eberle. And Eberle getting there, trying to free it up near side towards McMahon. And out to the far side, top of the zone, Seattle working with it. Shot goes high. Over to the near side, chasing it down low. That's going to go from Beniers. Now top of the zone, working it around near side. Shot! Not going to go again. And Vegas finally going to get that puck out of the zone. Into the near side. And into the neutral zone. It's sent. Puck going to be taken back by the Kraken. Matty Beniers into the offensive end. Driving it around near side with a chance. Along the boards, down low. Working it out now, taking near side, chance, shot, and going to be kicked away by Carter Hart. Behind the net, out to the far side. Moving it up is going to be off of the stick there of Riley Smith. Through center, the Knights taking it, but losing control. And that's going to be Vince Dun out of his own end to the near side. And going to send it up, stretch pass to the blue line. Into the offensive end, the Kraken near side, driving it in. Cycling it around along the near side boards. And working it around. Hey, why is there a Kraken, Coney? There ain't no Kraken, Coney. And out to the far side. Sending it around now. Top of the zone. Cleared out near side Seattle. With that puck again. Back into the offensive end. Off the stick of Riker Evans. Rasmus Anderson getting to it near side. Trying to move it out. Is going to be off the stick of Hannafin. And up through center, into the offensive end, Eichel. Driving down with a chance, trying to wrap it around near side. Can't connect on a pass. And moving it around now, top of the zone. Working with it at. And let's see. Is Dougbot on? Maybe Dougbot has an emoji selection for NHL teams. Well, we'll see. We can talk to Dougbot later on tonight. You can see what Dougbot's up to. As it's going to be the Knights moving it around out of their own end. Do the Kraken do crack? I don't know. If the Kraken do crack, we got one thing for them. But here we go. Near side. Top of the zone. Sent down low. Shot out to the far side. Working with possession along the boards. And moving it around now near side. With a chance. It's going to be taken back by the Kraken, though, out of their own end. Wing to the far side. Clearing it up through center to the offensive end and working it around near side corner. It's going to be along the boards, over past Barbashev, trying to move it up. Fun fact about Washington State, it has the lowest age of consent of any state. Oh, my word. And now out to the far side. It does kind of make sense, though. Well, we got a whistle here with 1:34 to go in period number 1. All right. Looks like they're stepping away for a commercial with 134. Really? Oh, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy, bro. Oh, man. But we'll see here. What is that? 14. I mean, that is crazy. It might be 16, but even still. Yeah, like, we're under 2 minutes. Why are you going to commercial? You know what I mean? Let's see. John saying there's a goal. Let's take a look. Oh, man. Oh. That goal going to be, oh, man, the Blackhawks rallying back. 2-2 with 11:25 to go here in the third period. Okay. So we'll see. Yo, Eric Carlson got the Mr. TNT award. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Oh man, Utah did a paint the ice night. That's cool. That is cool. I hear the tornado sirens. Uh-oh. Let's take a look, John. Let's see. Weather-wise. Let's see what's triggering that. Shut up, weather-wise. I don't care. I don't care. I want radar. Go to the St. Louis. Maybe. Out in the St. Louis area, there's a lot of rumbling. There is a lot of rumbling. But, especially out in the old Jamestown area, Florissant, Maryland Heights. But here we go. Near side, it's going to be taken back by the Knights, passing out to the far side into the offensive end. Mr. Whatever Nerd, how is the afternoon weather in Central Kentucky tomorrow? I can't quite answer to that yet. You're my weatherman? Well, I could try and take a look. Let's see. Outlooks. Let's take a look at tomorrow's outlook. Categorical. It looks like there's going to be some thunder boomers. Definitely some thunder boomers rolling through. Can't tell you the timing, though. But here we go. 1 minute to go in the period. Taking it down is going to be Winterton to the far side. And it's going to be the Vegas Golden Knights back in down low in the offensive end. At the far side. Sending it out towards the near side. And up to the top of the zone. Working it around now. Wing to wing centering pass out to the far side. And down low taken out to the near side. Again. Moving it out now. Off of the stick of Frederick Goodrow. Moving it now, the near side, out of the zone and back into the zone. Now centering out to the far side with 28 seconds to go here in period number 1. Into the offensive end behind Carter Hart. To the far side, moving it around along the boards. It's the Vegas Golden Knights, wing to wing near side over to Hannafin. Up through center to the offensive end, under 15 seconds to go. And the puck going to get cleared out by the Kraken. No icing with 9, 8, 7, 6. Here come the Knights. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is going to take us to the end of period number 1 with the score. The Seattle Kraken, nothing. The Vegas Golden Knights, nothing. Shots on goal are 11-6, favoring the Kraken. Let's see here. What's PDF saying? What's he doing? He's saying something. Oh, man. Yes, but ESPN is more well known and more used as a source for this type of stuff. Your March Madness count works with this too because it's all ESPN. There we go. Daggle, waggle, daggle, daggle. Oh, she is upstairs. She is upstairs right now. Let's see here. Man, we are just getting clubbed tonight. Wow. But yeah, we shall see though. He's never ate Chinese. Yo, let's go, Jonah. How you doing, bro? Man, it is a low impression night tonight. I'm presuming that's just because, you know, there's other things. 28 more subs, yes. But we've been at 28 all night. We have been quite literally at 28 all night since the first period of the first game. So, it's been a slow night. It's definitely been a slow night. But, you know, we're always holding out for the best. It's going to be Kraken winning overtime. It's Wednesday, too. Yeah. But also, I mean, you know, the NBA is also doing their play-in tournament tonight and tomorrow. Or tonight and Friday. So, like, that's probably stealing a lot of viewership. So, go back into the radar here. Back to Missouri. Oh, man. But, yeah. I mean, it's a mix of factors tonight, you know. I think it's a mix of factors. So, we'll see how things go. We'll see how things go the rest of the night. Okay. Oh boy. Oh yeah, we are rolling here. Again, taking a look here. Everything is going through St. Louis right now, bro. Everything is going through St. Louis. Jesus. But yeah, let's take a look on X, see if we got any other news over there as we have some time. Okay. But yeah, they're saying it's treated right outside my house. Oh my gosh. Kraken win 45-0. Well, we'll see. Okay. Let us see. It leaflets the season has ended. They went under their 7-game losing streak. Last in the NHL. Yada yada yada. Okay. Man, with all playoff series set in the East, I'm wondering if the NHL will release the first round Eastern playoff schedule today, even though there's still a few Eastern games tonight. Well, we'll see. They could release the Eastern schedule tomorrow because the East will be set after tonight. All of the matchups, and I believe home ice has been set tonight too. Actually, home ice was set entering tonight and they didn't announce it. So I don't know why the NHL didn't announce the Eastern Conference times tonight. So I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing for them to not do. You know? Like, there's nothing that's going to change the East. Unless they're waiting on the matchups in the West. Which won't be set until tomorrow. Because they could be waiting on the matchups in the West for primetime designations. I don't know. That's the only reason I could think of that they wouldn't have released the East today. So that's the only thing I can think of. Oh man. Oh yeah, we'll see here. Our Sunday's the next Saturday's game. Game 4 between Montreal and HINC. I mean, his last game is Thursday, so they probably won't go Saturday. So we'll see. Wait a minute, are they talking that the Pens could get the primetime Saturday? Let's see, I think Edmonton will play Monday, Minnesota, Dallas. I'm hearing is a 2 p.m. game on Saturday. Tampa Bay, Montreal is going to have to be Sunday. So we'll see here. We're trying to piece together this playoff schedule. Man. But yeah, I mean, let's see. Saying likely 2 go in 1 of the afternoon slot Saturday. Boston Buffalo could get the primetime game that night, but Buffalo is playing tonight. So I think more likely Sunday at 4 for them. So let's see. I might be doing something with my friends on Saturday night. Now we'll see here. Trying to get an idea as to when we might be seeing some playoff action. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that's the problem. Oh, my gosh. It's all because of Philly. When's the NBA playoffs? When is Philly home for the NBA playoffs? Let's see. Let's plot this out and try to figure out what day the Penguins are probably going to play. Let's see. So Philly plays at home, or they play on the road the 19th. Then they play on the road on the 21st still. That means Friday and Sunday. So that means the Pens are playing Saturday. The Penguins will be playing Saturday because Philly has to be at home 7 p.m. Sunday night. You can't have a game at 1 p.m. on Sunday or for hockey and then flip it for a 7 p.m. basketball game. Because they share an arena, the Penguins are going to be playing Saturday. Awesome. I get to make it to a baptism. Good. I wanted to make it to a baptism on Sunday. So it did just hit me. I'm going to text Dad, see if he's up, and I'm going to call him in. I'm going to call him in because I think I know what day the game's going to be. Let me see. Dad, where are you? Hey, you still up? Let's see. Oh, man. But yeah, because that means because the Flyers play 7 p.m. on Sunday, right? If the game ends, let's say it's a 1 p.m., it ends around 3:30. Best case scenario, right? Then you're saying that they have effectively like 2 hours, not even, to flip the entire arena. That's not able to happen. So the Pens are playing Saturday. That way, Philly can play home, right? So the Pens, let's see here. Next Sunday. Next Sunday, they have to be. So the 26th, they play. Which means the Flyers have to play the 25th, the 23rd. Ah, shoot. That puts them on the 19th. Never mind. I'm wrong. I'm thinking this weekend, next weekend. I'm thinking of everything together. So, because the 76ers share an arena. Let's see. I'm going to see Mind calling into the stream. Methinks I know when we will go to the game. I think it's going to have to be, yeah, it's because of the 76ers. It's because of Philly. Because the NBA released their schedule first. They got priority. So, because of that, the 76ers are going to be home on Sunday the 26th, which means the Flyers and Pens have to play the 25th in Philly, which means they'll also play the 23rd in Philly, which means that they'd be in Pittsburgh on the 21st and the 19th. Because it goes, home, day off, away, right? They don't do home, day off, away, day off, home, right? It's every other day, no matter what. Which means shoot. Man. Angel, might do 3 games between the series games? What do you mean 3 games? Oh, so they could do Saturday, Monday, off Tuesday, Wednesday, play Thursday, Saturday. Is what you're saying? Man. This is tough trying to figure all this out. Trying to see what the NHL is going to do. Lots of teams like day on or day off, games, day off, day off. Okay. So we'll see. I just have that inkling feeling. Also, Dad's going to be down. I was going to tell him that he could just... You could just call in. No need to come all the way down if you don't want to. I've done that before with Dad. So we'll see what happens here, but I just have that inkling feeling that we're going to end up getting stuck on Sunday. You know what I mean? All because of the stinking 76ers. Because then they have to be away again, or they have to be, because if they play 25th, then they're away, then they're home on the 29th. So yeah, because of that, they have to go every other day. They have to go every other day if that's the case. So, all because of the stinking NBA. So it could be game, day off, game. Okay. I'm hoping that's what they do, because I want to go to baptism on Sunday. I want to go to the baptism on Sunday. But I also got tickets for the game, so we'll see. NHL couldn't possibly schedule Game 1 of Carolina-Ottawa series in primetime Saturday, could they? ESPN surely wouldn't like it, even if Sportsnet would. Tampa Bay Montreal will start Sunday. So, do we know? Do we know for a fact the Pens are starting on Saturday? Let's see. Let me see. Most times they do it every other day with like one extra day in somewhere. Well, we'll see. We will see. Yeah, because I'm trying to figure this out here. When does it say the Pens will play Saturday? I mean, I hope they play Saturday. But with the Flyers, I can't help but think that we're going to be stuck with, you know what I mean? I think we're just going to be stuck with a stinking Sunday game. Can't NHL call NBA and they figure this out? Well, the NBA already has their schedule set, so, you know. Wait, what? Oh, man. Okay. But yeah, we'll see here. Oh, man. Are the NBA playoffs not set yet? So the NBA playoffs are set, but there's a couple of teams that we don't know because of the play-in games. Right? So the Suns will get the winner of Warriors Clippers, and Hornets Magic will then, you know, play their game, and they'll get, who will they get? Let's see. I don't know who they'll get. I don't know how this stuff works. 16 team field, correct. But, you know, we know generally what things are going to go. John saying he said NHL takes priority. I would agree with you, but unfortunately, that's not, we don't have the say. Of course, we say NHL takes priority because we like NHL more than NBA, but, you know, unfortunately, we don't have the say on that. Now, the Suns play winner of Eclipse Warriors to play the Thunder. Okay. Okay, yeah. Magic Hornets gets Detroit. Okay. Because they don't have Detroit's game set yet. Is what it is. They don't have Detroit's games in here yet. Same with the Thunder's games. But just with Philadelphia getting home on the, oh my gosh, on the 24th and the 26th, Pens are going to be stuck. Which, I mean, it makes sense for them to play Saturday. I mean, the thing is, in my mind, it makes the most sense to have the Pens play Saturday. Both teams finished up their seasons yesterday. They get 3 days rest before they would play on Saturday. Whereas you have teams like Tampa Bay, who played tonight. You know what I mean? So Tampa Bay, Montreal could get pushed to Sunday. I don't know. Yeah, the Red Wings Pistons do share, but you don't got to worry about that because, well, you know. Oh, man. But we'll see. We will see. Let's see. Let me see. Man, just taking a look here. Okay. I want to see something here real quick. What is your... Okay. Oh man, but yeah, just kind of taking a look here. Let's see. Let's see. Oh man. But yeah. Man, in-season tournaments and on Thanksgiving and second March Madness and third. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Let's see. Let us see. We're getting ready here for period number 2 in Vegas. Those strange Red Wings like 25 straight playoffs, but immediately after that ended, they haven't been back. Yeah, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Oh boy. There goes that mic, and here we go here. So, ready to roll. Period number 2. Getting ready to drop puck here. And let's get it. Gonna be Jack Eichel up against Matty Beniers in the circle, and that draw gonna be won by the Knights out to the near side. Up and along the boards, Marner sends it up to the offensive end. Stone working around near side along the boards, top of the zone, taken out now by Matty Beniers and the Kraken. Into the offensive end, near side, down low. Working it around to the corner, out to the far side, top of the zone. Taken back briefly by the Knights, still tied up along the boards. Vegas gets it, clears it out, taken back by Beniers for the Kraken at center ice. Dumping it up into the offensive end, and around the near side they go. Taken by Rasmus Anderson out to the far side, and it's going to be up now the near side through center. Into the offensive end, Marner. And it's going to be offside. That's unfortunate. Okay. So, ready to roll. How long does it take to change over an arena to hockey and NBA? Like, yeah, you can't have the games on the same day. So, here we go. Face-off going to be won by the Kraken, wing to the far side, dumping it up towards center ice, taken back by the Knights. Into the offensive end they go, near side, down into the corner, out to the far side, and back to the near again. Top of the zone, getting it cleared up to the top, and trying to punch it out. Tied up along the boards now, and going to be over to the near side by the Kraken in their own end. Working with it along the near side boards, and going to be taken back by Vegas. Going up the other way for Seattle to take it back. Along the near side, going to be off of the stick now of Stevenson. To the far side, passing down low. Along the boards, tied up and cleared at up to center ice. Moving it around now, near side, wing to wing, in towards the center ice area. Battling for possession, and Vegas gets it back. Over to the near side, centering pass, shot! Not going to go wide out to the far side, and it's going to be Dorofeyev. Working it around up to the point, sending it down low, and then backing around to the near side boards, taken by the Kraken. Moving it out the far side, going to be off the stick of Yanni Nyman. And back across to the near side. Up through center they go. Battling for possession. Down, back in behind the net of Hart. Out to the far side. And now over to the near side. Taken out. It's going to be off the stick of Kako. And back over to the far. Back to the near to Kako. Sending it out to the far side again along the boards. Top of the zone. Wing to wing near side. Sending it back in behind the net. Out to the far side again. Centering pass to the near side. Shot goes wide. And around in front of the net now. Shot. He scores! That's goal going to be scored by number 51, Shane Wright. The Flyers and 76ers will play every other day. If Sixers called it like they say, I guess they have days is 1 and 3. Flyers take 2 and 4. Yes. What? 1? I know you are, but people can't hear you. So we did some looking, and I hate the fact the Pens got the Flyers. It screws everything up.
Sunday?
It looks like it because the NBA took priority over the NHL and said, we're releasing our schedule first. So the thinking 76ers got in because they beat the Magic. Right? So they ended up getting the Boston Celtics. They're playing in Boston on the 19th and in Boston on the 21st. They come back to Philly on the 24th. Right? Well, they're in the 24th and the 26th. Which means the Flyers, because they share an arena with the Sixers, have to play at home on the 25th. Which means it would also be home on the 23rd. Which logic would dictate then the Pens would be home on the 21st and the 19th. Although logic says the Pens should start on Saturday because of rest, equal rest for all the teams. But
you don't know that.
We don't know, but we can use our best justification. The NHL would have to use an extra day in between games.
Just a minute.
Okay. So
I'm coming back up.
So yeah, that's kind of the thought process. But I told you over text you didn't have to come all the way down. You could have just called in.
I was just upstairs. I was finishing up a show up there. That's why I said 5 minutes.
Okay.
So I figured I'd come down just before I went upstairs, my bedroom to sleep.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right. But yeah, that's kind of the thought process. But out to the far side, taken by the Kraken up into the offensive end. They'll go back on in behind the net. Oh man. Real quick, Dad. Let me just. Oh, here we go. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But over to the far side, centering for the Knights, not able to go. Man. No, he just has to make sure Mom can hear upstairs, so you know. That's how things get when you don't hear as well as you used to. Oh man. I like NBA more all the time, but this time of year NHL is way better. Oh, absolutely. That's why I think the NHL playoffs should have priority over the NBA, but because the NBA uses first release diplomacy, we're stuck with it. The NHL has to work around the NBA because the NBA uses first release diplomacy. So here we go to the far side, centering now towards the near side. It's driving down low from Dorofeyev. Back to the top of the zone, Rasmus Andersson. Wing to the far side, centering to Barbashev. Working it out the far side, shot, not gonna go. Back to the top of the zone, wing to wing up top to Rasmus Andersson. With a chance, shot goes wide, rebound chance, not able to go. And that puck gonna get cleared out. NBA Finals are better than Stanley Cup, but the first round of the NHL is better. No, okay, now you lost me. Now you lost me, RFK. You had me in the first half, and then you lost me. Oh boy. But here we go. I don't know about that. In the NHL, you're constantly hitting your opponents and, like, you know, slamming them into walls. NBA, you do this and that's reckless. That's a penalty in the NHL. That's calling a penalty. Oh, man. But we'll see here. We got a face-off. Going to be won by the Kraken. Top of the zone, offensive end, near side. Sending it down behind the net. Going to be taken back by Lazon. And up through center. Towards the offensive end, chasing down low into the defensive end is going to be the Kraken. Puck goes loose along the far side. Vegas takes it back. And moving it around. Playing games are stupid, bro. They are stupid. You should be able to know I'm in the playoffs, I'm out of the playoffs. Not this, oh, I might be in the playoffs if I win a game. Whoa. I mean, come on. So here we go. Working it around now, far side with a chance. Into the neutral zone, pass back into the offensive end, taken back by the Kraken. Near side and far side now to the offensive end. Backing around the near side, it's going to be Vegas now. Off of Hurdle. Driving down, shot. Gonna go wide behind the net to the far side. And now around the near side corner. Taken back by Vegas. Down low to the far side to Kolasar. Along the boards. Tied up for that puck. Trying to free it up now near side corner. And taken back by Kolasar. Top of the zone. And moving it around from the point to the far side. Man, Buffalo still missed the 2014 playoffs that year. Yeah, I think they'll do that thing, because of COVID. But a nice little freeze up there by Nico Coco. Okay. But we shall see. There, well, let's see here. Just again, taking a look here. Oh, man. But yeah, we are just kind of rolling. Man. And rolling our way through here. As they're stepping away for a commercial. So, we'll see. We'll see here. Why does NBA take 2 days between? I don't know. I honestly don't know. So, let's see here. Again, just trying to get an idea here. Taking a look on X. We have some time. Yeah, that is the problem, but, the NBA does what the NBA wants. So, let's see. Oh yeah, no, by far it is. The NHL is literally at the mercy of the NBA. And it's ridiculous. It's frustrating. It's frustrating being a hockey fan because hockey is widely considered to be the 4th biggest sport. You got your NFL, which dominates everything. And then you got MLB and NBA, and then NHL is just kind of off in its own little land. We're off in our own little kind of section, you know what I mean? Exactly, the NHL doesn't have a lot of casuals, which kills it. You know what I mean? The NHL needs to grow. They need to grow in terms of casuals because right now we're at the mercy of the NBA. And that's kind of where I'm stuck right now is my weekend is at the mercy of the NBA. Effectively. Hard to keep up with the NHL without studying to a point. Although I do think the NHL does have one thing over the NBA. They do have one thing over the NBA. Parity. Nobody out-parodies the NHL. You never know who's going to win any given game. I mean, on paper, the Vegas Golden Knights should have this, one would think. But look at Seattle. They just popped off another shot on Carter Hart. You know what I mean? And I think that's part of the reason why the NHL doesn't have a lot of gambling. Because there's so much parity. How can gamblers justify putting their money on that? You know what I mean? Something that you would think would be a long shot. There's no real big long shots in hockey. The NFL does have parity, yes, but it's not matched by the NHL. Or the NHL is not matched by the NFL in terms of parity. I would say the NHL has the most parity out of every league. You know what I mean? The MLB does have parity, don't get me wrong. But also, by the end of the season, half the teams are eliminated by the end of the season. You know, the MLB benefits from parity because of how long the season is. The NHL benefits from parity of true parity, where everybody's in it till the end. I mean, it wasn't until last month when it's like, okay, a team is actually eliminated. And even still entering this week, there was still about, you know, what was it, 30 teams, or like 25 teams, or no, more like close to 28 to 30 teams, I think it was, vying for 16 playoff spots. In the MLB, the White Sox beat the Dodgers, yes. Just like the 0-16 Browns could have pulled off a win somewhere. You know what I mean? Against any team. It's any given team on any given day. And the MLB has parity in the sense of you play teams multiple times in a row, and it's hard to beat the same team multiple times in a row. That's how the MLB generates parity. But if you look at if the MLB would play if the MLB schedule would be more like the NHL's, you know what I mean? That's where I say the NHL is better parity, because your sweeps are hard. 3-game sweeps are hard. No matter who you are, you're gonna have a bad game against that team, and it's gonna happen, you know? You don't know until July unless the team is all-time bad. That is true. But I mean, dare I say, look at the NHL. Look at teams like the Blue Jackets. They were in it till the end. They were written off back in November. The Sabres, need I say more? Teams were saying, and people were saying they were one of the worst teams again. And all of a sudden, they end up getting the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference. You know what I mean? Exactly. There's a lot more movement where teams will tend to go a lot more up and a lot more down by the end of the season. So teams that you think are going to be bad in November turn out to be competitors in March. You know what I mean? You don't get that as much in the MLB. You know what I mean? If a team is like down to the dumps in, let's say June, they're not really pulling themselves back up in the standings a lot by the end of the season. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where I see it's true. Whereas, the MLB artificially generates parity. The MLB artificially generates parity by saying you're going to play this team 3 times in 3 days. It's hard to win 3 games in 3 days against the same team. It's hard to say, you're going to beat the same team 3 days in a row. Man. But yeah, my cards fall apart. Yeah, the cards definitely do fall apart. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of room for teams for the floor to drop out from underneath them. But you don't have a team that's at the bottom of the standings in July or June turn around and end up winning the division by the end of the season. You know what I mean? And that's because it's artificial parity, not true parity. The NHL has true parity, which is quite literally teams are equal. You know what I mean? Or close to it. Yeah, sometimes 4, sometimes the occasional 2. But still, when you're playing the same team multiple times in succession, it's hard to win them all. Even if you are vastly better. I mean, the Dodgers didn't sweep the World Series. They were vastly better on paper than the Blue Jays. It went to 7 games, didn't it go to? Again, it's artificial parity because you play the same teams. So, Canucks and Avs do kind of break it, I will say. Some teams are very, very, very bad, and they're not going to climb up. And some teams are so good that they're not going to fall apart, yes. But overall, you see a lot more movement in the vertical directions for teams than you do in the MLB. You know? Big Stars just play less in the NHL than other sports. That is true to a point. Win 7 games in 12 innings. I would still say the roster on the Dodgers was better. Don't get me wrong. They played each other well. But I would say that, you know, on paper, it should have been a 5-game series, maybe a 6 for the Dodgers. Not a 7th in extra innings. You know what I mean? So that's my thought. That's my thought. I honestly, you know, I was rooting for the underdog. I was rooting for Toronto. But the Dodgers roster should have in theory been, you know what I mean? But ultimately, I just think the MLB generates forced parity. Whereas the NHL has true parity, in which any team truly could pull out a win at any given day. You know? It could go either way. You know, you generally have some teams that are going to be really good, like the Avs, and you're inevitably going to have teams that are going to be really bad. I'm here, the Panthers are a contender. Oh, don't get me wrong, the Panthers were a contender this year on paper, and they didn't play well. That was just one series. Oh, I know, and I will say that, you know. But even still, when you're playing the same team, game in and game out, you know, 3 days in a row, 4 days in a row, whatever it be, the odds of you losing those 3 games are slim. So you're going to have results of like when the Dodgers play the White Sox, where of course the White Sox are going to pick up 1 every few series. You know? So it's because of forced parity. Because you're playing the same team consistently. Whereas in the NHL, you're not playing the same team more than 2 days in a row. And even in those 2 days in a row, it's hard to win them back-to-back days. Rockies with Marlins, that is true. And don't get me wrong, you will have those occasional reverse sweeps. Or the sweeps that you don't expect. The MJ, with how the Flyers ended their season, I'm worried, especially with Darth Vladar. I am to a point, but again, I feel like the Penguins are going to be well rested going into the playoffs. But here we go. Near side, into the corner. Under 8.5 to go here in regulation. Working it around now, out to the far side. But overall, these playoffs are going to be really good. They are really going to be good. And that puck going to get moved up through center. Out to the near side. And out to the far, Vegas. Dumps it into the offensive end. Playing it around now, near side. And out to the far, it's going to be taken there off of the stick of Brandon Montour. And to the near side, going to be Riley Smith sending it down into the corner far side, where it's going to be taken back by the Kraken. Up through center now with a chance. And it's going to be Vegas taking it back. Out of the road end, up through center. Moving it around now, near side, and a chance shot kicked away. So out to the far side. Into the corner. Oh, man. Moving it around again along the boards down low. Back up to the point, near side Stone, passing down low. NHL has big game days rosters. Every player dresses. You don't get that in all sports. That is true. But we'll see. Back in behind the net, Eichel. Over to Stone. Back to Eichel. Not able to hit him. Stone back to the near side towards Anderson. Pass intercepted. Moving it out in the near side is going to be off the stick of McMahon, where Rasmus Anderson will give chase. Oh, man. So here we go. Moving at the near side is going to be off the Kraken. Bench players don't play. Don't play every game in NBA, MLB, and NFL. Yeah, that is another thing as well. But you know, we'll see here. Ready to roll. Moving it out. Okay. So to the far side, Vegas in the offensive end, working with that puck. And sending it around near side, cleared out. Man, they almost made wild card, and we're hot streak before that. Oh, man. Yeah, even if you're 16 man, you're playing huge minutes, like 10 to 20. That is true. Players do dress every game, but you're not playing every game. You know, half the time you're only, you know, sometimes you're only being called in as a designated hitter. You know what I mean? You get more variety of players in the NHL as well. And the pace is a lot better. You know what I mean? Even in a boring nothing game, you can still enjoy it because the puck is up and down the ice and it's incredible goalie saves. In a nothing baseball game going into the 8th inning, 9th inning, I mean, it's boring. It's a snooze fest. But here we go, out to the far side. Into the offensive end, here come the Knights, sending it down low, back in behind the net towards the near side. Moving it around the boards and taken back by the Kraken. With a chance, up through center now, in towards the offensive end, wing to the far side. Driving it in, shot, gonna go back and around the net to the far side. Not always, yes, you will have some incredible stuff, but overall, I just find baseball a bit more rough to watch in low-scoring games than I do hockey. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of, whoa, big collision at center. The fans wanting a penalty, not gonna get it. A chance shot, not gonna go. Rebound chance, still crowding the net, over to the near side. And along the top of the zone, Hurdle gets tripped up. And we're gonna get a penalty on the Kraken. Release the Kraken. Okay. So here we go. Okay. But yeah, we are ready to roll here. Gonna be a penalty on the Kraken. They're stepping away for a commercial, but the Knights getting ready to go back on the power play. Okay. Basketball, NFL, coachable, MLB, NBA, NHL, WNBA. Ooh. There's a problem when NHL is in WNBA territory. I'm just saying. Oh, that's just me. Let's see, tomorrow, why? It's a big gap, don't worry. I was about to say. Okay. Top 6 are way closer. I was about to say. Let's see. Eligible NBA used to be flipped, huh? Well, we'll see here. Let me just take a look at something real quick. The Pirates, man. The freaking Pirates. Let me just go into the standings here real quick. The Pittsburgh mother-loving Pirates are a full game ahead of St. Louis, a game and a half ahead of Milwaukee, and 2 games ahead of the Cubs.
I don't mean to overreact, but Pirates go World Series. Woo! Pittsburgh go World Series, baby! It's over! Pirates go win!
All right, so here we go. Back in here in Vegas on the power play. And ready to go. Face off on the far side. Going to be won by the, never mind, false draw. Okay. We're waiting on the draw here. Looking at Hurdle there. As we're ready to roll. The draw up against Eichel for the draw. And here we go. Eichel talking it over with everyone, trying to coordinate here. Now, here we go. Face-off going to be one down low to the near side. Here come the Kraken, clearing the zone. All the way out over to the near side again. Vegas last time was 0 for 1 on the power play and got 1 shot. They're 6 for the last 22 on the power play. And out to the far side, taking it around centering. Vegas with it near side, cleared out. Here comes your chance. Nice job by Eichel to get that puck poked away. But the Kraken still with it in the offensive end, shorthanded. Over to the near side, top of the zone. Taken back by Vegas. Marner into the offensive end. Going to play it over there to Nike Coco, who clears it all the way out to Carter Hart. Now here come the Golden Knights with a chance up through center to the offensive end. Over to the far side boards Eichel to the top of the zone, working from the point Marner. Over to the near side, chance shot, not going to go. Back to the point Marner, ready to roll out to the far side. Centering it over along the boards and down into the corner far side. Taking it around in front, shot! Chance again goes wide! Out to the far side, top of the zone, kept in by Marner. Centering it around now, out to the far side. Along the boards, down low, looking for some help. Sending it now back in behind the net, still with it. 35 seconds to go on the power play, 3:41 to go here in period number 2. Out to the far side, Marner. Cycling it around the far side, still down into the corner they go. Working it around the boards. Tied up for that puck, it's going to be centering near side, gets past Marner and clears the zone. Played by Hart out to the near side, 15 seconds more of power play time. Marner sends it to nobody, and the Kraken will clear the zone and kill off this power play. So, moving it around now, over to the near side with a chance. Hanifin, up through center he goes and dumps it into the offensive end. Working it around now, out to the far side with a chance from top of the zone, near side shot. Not gonna go. Out to the near side again, moving it around top of the zone again. Sending it down low, able to connect with Sissons. Over towards the near side, trying to get in there is going to be Barbashev. And the Kraken back on top of it at the far side. Montour sends it down low, near side, able to connect with his teammate with Riker Evans. Up through center, near side, back down low. Now out to the far side, they'll launch it into the offensive end, and it's going to be Seattle icing with 2:29 to go here in period number 2. All right. So we'll see here. Ready to roll. Man, I gotta say, I still enjoy streaming, but today has been a bit of a stinker. Uh-oh, Piscatio! That's the Longhorn, that's the Vegas horn. Face-off shot, he scores! Right there, the goal gonna be scored by number 27, Shea Theodore. Well, there we go. There we go. Man. Uh-oh, Piscatios. Oh, man. But here we go. Man, Vegas tying this thing up here by the end of period number 1, or period number 2. And here we are. Face off, gonna be over here to the near side. Now wrapping it around along the boards. Okay, ESPN's had a scoreboard bug, right? There's no way they scored 2 goals in quick succession after not scoring, right? Out to the far side, McNabb. Working with it along the boards. Now here comes your chance. Gonna go up through center, near side, driving it in. Colasar passing back to the far side corner. Down low, looking for some help. Colasar near side. Taken back by the Kraken. Top of the zone, cleared out the other way, up through center. And into the neutral zone, wrestling for possession. And it's going to be the Knights with a stretch pass to the far side. Into the offensive end, down low. Taking it out now, going to go past Dorofeyev to the near side. The Knights with it briefly. Up to the top of the zone, Rasmus Anderson, wing to wing, far side. Quick chance, shot! And not going to go. All right. Taking another look at that Shea Theodore goal. Oh, it glitched to 2-0. That's a first. I've never seen it glitch in the positive direction like that. Wow. So here we go. Man. So here we go. Over to the near side, the Kraken. Up through center and towards the offensive end they go. Taken back along the board's far side by the Knights. 1:17 to go here in period number 2 to the near side boards. Tied up across pass, not able to connect on the shot as Montour breaks it up. Along the board's far side again. Oh my gosh. Now to the near side is going to be the Kraken in the offensive end at the far side, top of the zone, cleared out. In the wing near side, moving it now is going to be Alexiak. And up through center they'll go, driving it in, shot, loose in front. What a job by the Knights to not let that go. Oh man. So 38 seconds to go here in period number 2. The Knights sending it into the offensive end, wrapping it around at the far side. Working it around along the boards, far side the Kraken. Over to the near side, over to Vince, dun 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 dun. Or no, that's actually Catton, my bad. Thought it was done, but no, it's Kraken. But over to the far side. It's going to be into the neutral zone, taken back by the Kraken. Up through center, over to the near side of the offensive end. They'll launch it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 to the far side. The Knights. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just like that, we'll get to the end of the second with a score. The Seattle Kraken 1. The Vegas Golden Knights 1. Shots on goal are 20 for the Kraken and only 15 for the Knights. Vegas needs to generate more opportunities next period if they're going to be successful, because they were not generating chances this period, this time around. They're going to have to work something out and figure out how they're going to manage to get more opportunities. Man, but looking back at that goal, a nice job by Hannafin to stop the goal. Man. So we'll see. We'll see. Take a look around the rest of the NHL. Let's get a little checkup on the Sharks and Blackhawks game. I'm sure that's final. Oh my gosh, Chicago! They were already dead. 5-2, powered by a 4-goal third period. Ay, ay, ay. Wowzers. We'll see here. We still got one more period of action. And we'll take a look. Okay. But yeah, ready to roll. Okay. But yeah, ready to rumble here as we have some time. Over to the near side. Okay. What's up? There we go. There we go. But yeah, ready to roll. And just kind of taking a look again on X as we have some time, trying to figure out what we got, if we have anything on the NHL schedule. Which at this point, it does not appear that we will have any tonight. But you never know. I bet the NBA, I don't know that I agree with that, but you know, I think they just did it because that's what they wanted to do, and they got first dibs. So, you know, when they get first dibs, they do what they got to do. So, let's see. Let us see. Oh, man. It does suck. No, it don't get me wrong. It does really suck. It really does suck. But we'll see. Taking a look here as we have some time on X. Okay. Well, it is what it is. They got the first choice. So, you know, they get the first choice, and they get to do what they want when they have the first choice. But we'll see. We will see. So again, just trying to see if we got any other news on X as we have some time here. Okay. But yeah, NBA gets does by making more money. NHL is the NBA stat. Oh my gosh. The NHL ended the season earlier? I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, at that point you gotta take out some games and all that stuff. So, you know. I don't think they should, just because it's gonna ruin some games. You know, it's gonna shorten the season a bit more. You know. So. We'll see. We will see. Again, just kind of taking a look here. We're only about a week ahead of the NBA, but the Olympic break, yeah. That is part of it. That is part of it. But, you know, we'll see. Oh, man. A tornado ripped a wall off of an ice arena. Veterans Ice Arena in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Wow. They won't be playing any hockey there this summer, I can tell you that. Wow. But we'll see here. Oh, man. Oh, Michigan, not close to me, yeah. I was out in Michigan. Wait a minute. Is this true? It is true? Man. I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Apparently Clayton Kershaw, you know, hockey arena with steps coming down from the roof to get to the ice. I have not. But let me see here. Genesis 9:11 to 16 or 12 to 16. 9:12 to 16. And God said this is signing. Oh, man, that is actually awesome. That is incredible if this is true. But I don't know if that's true or if it looks a bit weird. Man. It looks like, if this is true, Clayton Kershaw wore, you know, on the Dodgers Pride Night, he wore the hat, but also wrote down Genesis 9:12 to 16 or 12:11 to 16, which is God saying, you know, and then God said, "This is the sign of my covenant I'm making between me and you and every living creature with you, a covenant for all generations to come. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Whenever I bring clouds over the earth, and my rainbow appears in the clouds, I will remember my covenant between me and you and all the living creatures of all kinds. Never again will the waters become a flood to destroy all life. When the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures of every kind on the earth." Yeah, I didn't realize that, and it's... I mean, that is incredible. That is incredible. I mean, honestly. Like, if you're forced to wear the hat, make it a positive thing. You know? If you're forced to bend the knee to things that you don't like, use it to glorify God. And that's exactly what Kershaw did there. Much respect to him. Much respect. especially in LA of all places. Honestly, it's kind of surprising they didn't make him change it. But it's, I mean, especially considering it's freaking LA of all places, a hotbed of sin. I mean, not that there's not sin anywhere else in the world, but like, LA is where a lot of that stuff is growing. You know, and my heart hurts for those people. You know, my heart hurts for those people. Oh, San Fran's even worse. Yes, absolutely. But like, LA ain't much better. So like, you know, like my heart hurts for those people. And oh yeah, no, a lot of the cities, don't get me wrong, but like, of course. Oh man. But we'll see. We gotta reload here on X as we have some time. As we're rolling our way through this second intermission. Okay. So yeah, we shall see here. Oh man. At Discord, I'll take a look. Oh man. And is for widely. So I wanted to do that and make it for them. Okay. Well, let's check the Discord here. NHL chat. Huh. That is odd. That is odd. Man. Oh yeah. We'll see here. We will see here. Okay. So now someone else saying wrong as usual. Times are 2, 5, and 8. Rumors the Pens game is 2 on Saturday. But that's according to at H2 Pickettsburg. Oh my gosh. They fold down and up. Huh. That is odd. That is very odd. But let's see. Let us see here. Still in the second intermission here. Rolling our way through as usual. Oh man. But yeah. Kind of taking a look here. Oh man. But yeah, ready to rumble here. Oh man. But yeah. We're just kind of doing what we gotta do here. As we still got some time here, you know. Trying to see what we got. Okay. But yeah, we are rolling. We are rolling. Okay. Wait, what? Oh my gosh. You do me a favor? What's up? What's up, man? Let me see here. Oh man. The third John 220 or 22. Let me see here. Dear friend, I pray that you may enjoy good health and that all may go well with you, even as your soul is getting along well. Huh. Oh, Third John's the shortest book. I did not know that offhand. Oh. It's... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I see what you're talking about. It is quite literally one verse. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it's Third John too, but it's one verse. Okay. Wait, no, Third John. No, Third John. Oh no, that's 3 John 1, 2. That's one. It's okay. Third John 2. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. It was Third John 1, 2 that comes up. Not Third John. Yeah, okay. Okay. So we'll see. We will see. Let's see. Braylon Bree saying, based on what I've heard from people around the league, here's my educated guess on what series will open each day. And that would put Stars Wild, Hurricanes, Senators, and Sabres Bruins on Saturday. Lightning, Canadians, Pens, Flyers, Avalanche to be against whoever gets the third wild card spot. Vegas, whoever they play, and the Oilers, whoever they play. Supposedly. They're not in specific order regarding time. What is Sim? Pittsburgh versus Vegas. Final Pens win. Nice. Okay. So yeah, we shall see. I mean, oh man. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. The playoffs is going to be very interesting to see how the schedule pans out. So, oh, it looks like Blue Jackets fans wanting to keep Bones. As we are getting ready here for the third period of action. Okay. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see. They're taking us back in the booth here. Oh, man. But yeah, we're getting ready here for the third period of action. We got 7 votes in the poll in the chat. Man, that's a low total. But we're ready to roll. We are ready to roll. Man. I just can't believe that the NHL won't even tell us when they're going to release it. You know what I mean? They're not even saying, oh, it's going to be released at X time or Y time. You know? But we're ready to roll. Taking a look at third period goals leaders, Vegas leading the charge, tied with Carolina at 105, but also 61 goals allowed, which is second fewest. So here we go. Ready to roll. We got a center ice draw here for period number 3. Face-off going to be won by the Knights, working it out near side, up through center, into the neutral zone, taken back into the defensive end. And it's going to be played off of Carter Hart, over to Hannafin, out to the far side, backing around the boards again. Working it out now, near side, through center, with a chance into the offensive end. Shot goes wide, and the puck goes out of play. All right, taking a look at Rasmus Anderson. Vegas is 9-4-4 when tied after the second period this season. And they do have points to play for. They need a point tonight to lock up their date with the Utah Mammoth in round 1. So here we go. The draw going to be won by the Kraken, over to the near side to Eberle. And moving it out now to the offensive end, sending it around the near side corner, down low past Matty Beniers. Out to the far side, boards taken back by the Knights. Up through center with a chance. Over to the near side, taken back by Seattle. And up through center they go, into the offensive end, and we got a whistle. Okay. So we'll see here. Oh, man. It's interesting that Heinz Field is going to have some gray seats up in the upper deck. But it will be cool to be sitting in, or standing in the middle of Heinz Field. I'm looking forward to that for the draft. But here we go, out to the far side, Vegas with the puck out to the near side, moving it up now off of McNabb. Into the offensive end, is dumped back in behind the net of Nico Coco. Over to the far side, he plays it, take it back! An easy chance, but he wasn't quick enough on the goal. Nice job by Kako to get back into his own net. And working it out, top of the zone, working the far side. Driving down by the Knights. Top of the zone, sent in, shot, gonna go wide and out of play. Not out of play. Over to the near side, off a Stone, back to the point, shot! And frozen by Coco. All right. So we'll see. That's the Knights. That's the Knights. Hold on. Hold on. So here we go. Face off won by the Knights. Top of the zone. McNabb sends it. Shot. He scores. That's going to be scored by number 3, Braden McNabb. All right. What a nice job there. One more we clinch it most likely. Most likely, one would think, but we'll see. We will see. As we are ready to rumble. Okay. So here we go. Over to the near side, it's the Kraken. Wing to wing, out to the far. Let's see, did I get fancy? I didn't think I had McNabb. I had Vince Dunn tonight. But driving in, shot, not gonna go. Out to the far side, along the boards. Taking back over towards the far side, shot, dance, not gonna go. Moving it around now, the top of the zone, moved out by Seattle. Up through center with speed, driving it in, a shot! Not gonna go. A nice chance there for Shane Wright. And up through center, the puck goes taken by the Knights, dumped in, saved easily there by Coco. Over to the near side, top of the zone, working with that puck back down low behind the net of Coco, leaving it back there and getting ready to move it out the near side. I took Seattle players and San Jose players today. So over to the far side, moving it along the boards is the Kraken. Tied up for that puck down low, kicked out by Seattle. Chasing it down, Vegas kicks it to the near side, but Vegas dumps it, or Seattle dumps it up. And into the offensive end it goes, back in behind the net of Carter Hart. And moving it out now, the far side, wing to wing, near side for Vegas. Taken back by Seattle into the offensive end, driving it down into the corner. Working it around. How does fantasy hockey work? Well, it's on a weekly system and it's a daily update. The scoring system really just depends on what league you're in. Like I get 2 points for a goal, 1 point for an assist, 0.1 for every shot, half a point for a block. You know. But here we go. Out to the far side, our Howden sends it near side, now over to McNabb. Up through Centerville, send it to the offensive end. Working it around, down low, centering, shot! Kicked away. Out to the far side, and again around towards the near, taken back by the Kraken. Up through center they go, to the offensive end. Working it around, out in the near corner, down low, wrestled away by the stick of, who is that? It's going to be off of the Knights for sure. Working it up the near side, they go. Through center to the offensive end, chasing it down. Puck going to be played by Coco. To the far side, and into the neutral zone it goes. Battling for possession in front of the benches. In a different league, 5 for goals. Exactly, so it all just depends on the league. But out to the near side, and that puck going to get moved up. Through center, near side to the offensive end. That's Eichel. Wing to the far side. Losing it along the boards in that corner, top of the zone again. Sending it down low and back to the point near side, top of the zone. He made a fantasy hockey team last year on accident. That's interesting. But here we go. That puck is going to get cleared all the way out, and giving chase is going to be Noah Hannafin with that puck out of his own end. Next year, I'm going to make my first team, and I'm going to try to win on. Yes, sir. Well, right now, I actually have a chance to potentially go 10-0. Winning 8-0 in the regular season and going 2-0 in the playoffs. It should be pretty cool for my first time in fantasy. But working it around far side, trying to drive towards the net. And the puck going to get moved up. Shot goes wide. Out to the near side again. Top of the zone. Working it in. Shot around the far side. Goes back in behind the net near side. Along the boards. Down low. Out to the far side they go again. And tied up for that puck. Coming up through the near side now is going to be cleared all the way out. And it's going to be a Seattle icing. Let's see. What time do the Pirates play tomorrow? Woo! Bit of pushing and shoving after the play there. So we'll see what ends up happening. Colasar getting fed up with something. Montour slow to get up around the bench. So we'll see. Colasar was stuck pushing with someone. But we'll see. Nice chance there. Ooh, we might cover the Pirates tomorrow. Watch out. Watch out. We might cover the Pirates. Don't know just yet. It really depends on how everything's going with, getting everything else together. But we might cover the Pirates tomorrow. So, just saying. That'll be at 12:35, first pitch. And now working it around top of the zone. Sending it out now, driving towards the far corner, back in behind the net, near side. Let's see, battling for that possession now, getting moved out by Seattle, clearing it up through center into the offensive end. They'll launch it back in behind the net of Hart. All right, the Knights taking it back. And now into the offensive end, near side, chasing it down along the boards, near side. And now going to get moved up by the Kraken, up through center into the offensive end with a chance. Far side taken back by Anderson, and the puck going to get cleared out the near side and out of play. Oh, man. But yeah, we shall see here. Points a game versus Seattle. Mitch Marner, 1.55. Second highest versus any opponent, but she actually has 1.63 versus Boston. So, Here we go. Man. But yeah. Working it around near side. Down low, Hannafin behind his own net, sends it up. Stretch pass all the way out. Gonna go back in behind Coco. Playing that puck out to the far side and kept in by Vegas, but moved out by Seattle immediately thereafter. And into the offensive end. It's gonna be a whistle for offside. Okay. So we'll see. We will see. Oh, man. We got a face-off now, ready to roll. On the far side, right in front of the Vegas bench in the neutral zone. And it's going to get the boot out of the face-off circle is going to be... Getting the boot was going to be Brett Howden. Over to the near side. Oh, that issue's fixed. That issue is fixed. I was trying to get shots on goal, and that's why it was not working. Or I was trying something, and it wasn't working. And it wasn't pulling games from today. It was pulling, like, any game. Or it was pulling games from today, not any games with that matchup. That started, you know what I mean, in UTC today. So... we will see. Oh, man. So, ready to rumble here. As they are stepping away for another commercial. We'll see. If this game gets too late where it's, like, not really doing anything, then, you know, we might wrap up the stream a little early tonight. I don't know. We'll have to see. But, you know, we'll do what we must because we can. Okay. But yeah, we got to figure things out, a couple things out here. And we'll see. But we're acting funny all day. Uh-oh, we're gonna hear the horns. Oh boy. You had to say something, John. I'm joshing. Okay. You're good, John. Oh boy. Well, we'll see. Oh man, it's gonna be 2 when it reprops. When it reprocs. We're gonna hear one horn and then immediately hear the other. But we're back here in Vegas. And ready to roll. Come on, just update. Just update. Just get these stinking horns out of the way. But here we go to the near side. Puck gets cleared up. And back in behind the net of Hart to the far side. Moving it around along the boards now out to the near side through center. Wing to wing to the far side from Howden. Out back in behind the net of Coco. To the near side over to the far. Along the boards. Tied up down low. Moving it around. And the puck gets cleared towards the near side. Still tied up for that puck in the Kraken's defensive end. With that puck down low near side along the boards. And gonna get moved around towards the near side again. Still tied up for that puck. And now it's gonna get cleared up the near side. So, ready to roll. Moving it out the far side with a chance into the neutral zone. Punched up by the Kraken. And moving it out the near side. Into the offensive end. Near corner down low. Taken back by the Knights. And the Kraken trying to punch it back in. But not gonna go. Along the near side now to the far is gonna be Vince. Dun, 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 dun. Why is the scoreboard not working, bro? Why are you not working? So here we go, out to the near side. It's going to be taken by Jack Eichel. Up through center he goes into the offensive end, working the far side, and sent into the corner around the near side. Along the boards, top of the zone, wing to wing. Sent around now, down low behind the net. And moving it around now over to the near side. Bro, honestly, the scoreboard's driving me nuts because it's not one to do its job. But over to the far side, driving it in towards the net, now around the near side, working it around towards the top of the zone. From the corner now, sent down by McNabb. Into the corner around the near side. And going to be moving it around out the far side, centering pass. And going to be taken back by the Kraken. Up through center and cleared all the way out for a Seattle. No icing. And now getting ready to move it out the near side. Here they come. Up through center to the offensive end, far side corner, chasing it down. And now moving it out the other way. Seattle still looking for their first shot on goal this period. Vegas, meanwhile, has 7. And around the near side they go. Tied up for that puck now, back to the far, back out along the top of the zone. Seattle sending it down low and still along the boards. Off of the stick there of Shane Wright into the corner. Moving it around towards the near side. And now top of the zone, shot broken, stick from Montour. And over to the near side, Vegas clears the zone. Vegas has gone 2 minutes since their last shot on goal. Seattle has gone over 15 minutes of game time without a shot on goal. That's not sustainable for them. So here we go. Vegas gets it at center, flipping it up towards the far side into the offensive end. Working it around now out the far side towards the near again. Back again on the far side. And up through into the neutral zone. They're going to try and send it for Seattle, but Vegas keeping it down low. Out to the near side. Getting to it's going to be Winterton. He clears it up towards the blue line. And still tied for that puck. Going to be moving it around the near side off of the stick of Riker Evans. And Vegas going to get the puck cleared out on him. Got to chase it down. Out to the near side from their own end, wing to wing, and back again. In their own end. Just over 10 minutes to go here now in period number 3. Moving it out to the far side into the offensive end. And the puck's going to go wide for an icing. All right. Bro, I don't know why the scoreboard's not working. This is weird. The scoreboard has not stopped working past midnight before. But it has. What in the world? It stopped running the score updater. Let me try something real quick. Let me rerun this to Seattle VGK. It can't locate the game anymore. That's what happened. It can't locate the game. There we go. Now it's going to update. Here's the horns. Maybe. No horns. Okay, then. We don't need the goal horns where we're going anymore. So here we go. To the near side corner. Moving that puck down around the boards near side again. Yeah, I really like the black Penguins flag in the back. Oh, this one? This one right here? I like it too. I got that a long time ago at a local arcade. But here we go. It's going to be over to the near side with Vince. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got that a few years ago. Probably about 10 years ago at this point. But here we go. Out to the far side. And that puck gets cleared out by the Kraken. Chasing it down. And it's going to be no icing along the far side boards. Scoreboard is back. Yes, sir. Along the boards now, Vegas takes it, offensive end, near side, chance, shot, goes wide. Along the boards again, top of the zone, moved out and through center, here comes the Kraken, off of the stick there of going to be Eli Tolvanen, just going to dump it in and let Carter Hart have it. Out to the far side, moving it around, back down towards the near, and getting ready to clear it up through center with a chance. And into the offensive end, Eichel sends it down, loose in front of the net, still crowding! And the puck gets sent back out. And there it is, cleared out by the Kraken. Out to the near side, battling for possession, centering over to the far side. Shot, he scores! Riley Smith gets the goal for the Golden Knights. And just like that, it's going to make this game a very tough one for Seattle to come back and play spoiler on. It is all but assured now that Vegas is going to walk away here with at least 1 point. Dare I say, that is the goal that seals the clinch for Vegas. Wow. And a beauty at that, right over the glove of Coco. Man. An absolute beauty of a job. And now working that puck, we're going to be won by the Kraken out to the near side. Seattle is in go mode. There is no more time for error working it around the far side as there's under 8 minutes to go here in regulation. Out to the near side, dumped in and going to be gloved. But no, they're not. They're going to say he gloved it. Coco tried to play it back out after gloving it, but nope. Can't do that. All right. So yeah, we will see here. So stepping away for a commercial, as they do. Let's take a look, see if we got any other news. Oh, man. But yeah, we are ready to rumble. RFK, they've effectively clinched. So, we'll see. They're unofficially calling it. Yes, sir. Okay. But yeah, ready to rumble here. Oh, man. Let's see what we got here on X. Oh, man. Now we mammoth hunt. One would think at this point. Okay. But yeah, at this point, it's going to be a tough thing for Seattle to come back, especially the way they are playing right now. It's not pretty. It is not pretty at all. So, I'll have to try and figure it out. Okay. Mammoth hunt? Yeah, because they're gonna the winner of the Pacific gets the mammoth. So, Blues are coming on mammoth hunt. So here we go, over to the near side, along the boards in the Vegas offensive end. Tied up for possession, coming back into the neutral zone for Vegas. Flipping it up into the offensive end, working it around the near side corner, and gonna be battled for along the boards, down low, out to the near side. Trying to move it out now along the boards, up through center, and all the way out. They'll chase it down along the near side. Down low with possession. Trying to free it out near side and going to be cleared out into neutral ice. Moving it out now, it's going to be Vince dun with the puck in his own end. Ready to roll and ready to move it. And now getting ready, waiting for both teams to get set here. As they are going to try and move it near side, taken back by Montour. Out to the far side, he clears it up. And it's going to be a Seattle icing. Oh, man, right now I have a 43-point lead. My opponent still has Ivan Barbashev. I still have a few players this game myself. But tomorrow is going to be another day of reckoning for my fantasy team. Getting a bunch of players that play just tomorrow. Trying to coordinate how I'm going to make that happen. Pretty sure I was in Utah on Thursday. Well, we'll see. Okay. So over to the far side, into the offensive end for the Kraken. Taking that now is going to be off the stick of McMahon. Around the near side to Everly. Along the boards, cleared out, and Vegas moving it up through center with speed. Howden looking for somewhere to go. Dumps it into the offensive end. Going to be played there along the boards off the stick of Mahura. Over to the near side. And now cleared up into the neutral zone where Seattle's going to get possession right on back. All right. So now out the near side, up through center into the offensive end for the Kraken. Shot goes wide. And that puck going to go out of play. A bit of extracurricular there as Sisson's getting into it a little bit with Joshua Mahura. So we'll see. We will see. Man. But yeah, we're getting ready here. By the way, I did want to make this announcement here while I'm live with you. The Flip of Fate will be returning this season, this summer. So we'll be getting Flip of Fate going yet again, and this time we will finish it, unlike last time. I'm going to keep my word now. We got Ollians around here. You guys deserve better. So I am going to make sure that we get Flip of Fate out for everybody. So, you know, we will make sure that does come back this year. And that's probably going to be one of the big video series to carry us through the summer, on top of a few other videos here and there. You know, a couple tier list videos, a couple maybe scripted videos. We can't do NHL Flip of Fate. That's way too much. Way too much. I mean, there's how many games in an NHL season? Over 1,000? You got what, 32 times 84 or 16 times 84? Because each team plays 32, or each team plays, you know, 84 games next year, and half the league is going to be involved. So yeah, it's going to be 16 by 84, which is 1,344 games. I can't do that many flips. I can't do that many flips. But here we go. Far side circle draw in the Seattle offensive end, won by Vegas out the near side. Clearing it up through center and taken back by the stick of going to be Catton. Along the near side, Vegas gets a stick on it and clears the zone. Battling for possession at center ice. Out to the near side. I might be on a trampoline. Oh, man. So out to the far side boards. Tied up for possession down low near side. And going to get tied up back in behind the net to the far side. Getting ready to move it on out and back down low along the boards. Going to be moving it out now. That's going to be done to the near side. He sends it. And with 5 minutes to go and 2 goals to score, it's going to be a tall order for Seattle the way they're playing right now. But up through center, trying to generate a chance, and Vegas gets it back. Into the offensive end, working it around far side. That's going to be Eichel up to the point. Working it back to Eichel. Sending it shot. Goes over to the near side. And top of the zone gets cleared out, chased down by Anderson. To the far side. Moving it up through center now, on a chance to the offensive end, near side, chasing it down low, and the puck gets cleared to center again. Moving that all the way up into the offensive end for the Kraken, going to be moved back by Anderson. Tied up along the center ice area of the defensive end for Vegas, and Seattle gets it back. Wing to wing from top of the zone, and it's going to be cleared out by Vegas, and Seattle going to give chase. To the board, surf side, yes sir. So now up through center, kicking it out to the far side, driving the net. Seattle not able to do anything with it. Tied up along the boards, top of the zone, sending it. Shot goes wide. Out to the far side, there's your surf side. Now getting it moved up through center by Vegas. And let's see, moving it back into the offensive end. A breakaway chance. Not able to get a clean shot. Back to the point. Working with it, Lazon. Delayed penalty on Seattle coming up. Over to the near side, back across to the far. Top of the zone, working with it, Lazon. Trying to send it out to the far side. And back again, top of the zone, Lazon. Out to the far side. And ready to send it down low, driving the net. Shot loose in front. And they punch it in for the goal on the delayed penalty. That goal gonna put the Vegas Golden Knights up by 3. with not a lot of time to go. 3:24 to go here in regulation. That is all but going to ice this game here. The Vegas Golden Knights are going to be your Pacific Division champions. Barring a miracle, that is. Oh, man. A nice job there. There's the horn. Yes, sir. Oh, man. So, here we go. That was Riley Smith's 31st career multi-goal game and his second this season as he got that goal. And now it's going to be Vegas flipping it up into the offensive end. Backing around the far side, moving it around, and taken by the Kraken with pie to go in regulation. Up through center towards the offensive end. And going to be around the near side along the boards down low. Cleared up to the top of the zone and sent into the far corner by Seattle. Moving it around now to the top of the zone. Back down low, driving shot. Not going to go. Near side, up through center. And into the offensive end, driving it around near side. Wing-to-wing chance, driving it in, wrapping around. Not going to go. Puck gets cleared out to center ice. Taken back by the Knights. Moving it around now. From their own end, near side, into the offensive end. Trying to find some help. Near side, driving it in for Nick Dowd. And the puck gets sent to the far corner. Down to the top of the zone. Flipping it around wing to wing to the near side to McNabb. Out to the far side again. And ready to send it on down low into the offensive end. Tied up for that puck into the corner. Working it around, tied up there. As the puck comes loose near side with a chance. Into the defensive end for Vegas. Or offensive end for Vegas. Still with the puck. Into the corner near side. Scores also pie. I guess 3-1-4. Kraken, you could have just went to OT, but we had to do it the hard way. I'm fine with it going the hard way because, quite frankly, I am wanting to relax and get to bed. So I'm going to have a busy day tomorrow if I'm going to stream the Pirates. So, here we go. That puck going to go up through center, taken back by the Knights in their own end. 90 seconds remaining here in this one, as the Knights holding on to a 4-1 lead. Wing to wing to the far side. Yeah, because I got some grass to mow, and I also need to get a few other things as well. So here we go, along the near side boards. You're off work tomorrow. Nice, John. That puck gonna get cleared all the way out, chasing down here. The Kraken beating out in the icing along the far side boards. And here we go. It's not my lawn. I need to mow two of the neighbors' lawns. So, you know. Working it around now, top of the zone from the point. Cycling it near side. Driving down Lazan. 55 to go in the period. Out to the far side. But they'll take about a couple hours to mow everything. You know, maybe an hour and a half, depending. Hour and a half to 2 hours. So, you know, if I do that at 9... they pay me. They do. I tried to help one of the neighbors last year by doing it out, you know, doing a cut with no charge. They were going through a tough time. They're like, no, you cut our grass. We're paying you. And I said, no, you don't need to do it. So, you know, they're going to pay me and I don't have a choice. So with 18 seconds to go here, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, shot from the corner, not going to go, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Vegas Golden Knights are officially your Pacific Division champions. The 5th title in 9 years for this team. That being said, I do think I am going to wrap things up relatively quickly tonight. If you guys did enjoy, please do drop a like and subscribe to the channel, as it is always greatly appreciated. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, if you guys can't tell. Yeah, that's how I am with the next door neighbor. She can't work with internet to save her life. She calls me over and gives me $20. I donate it. Play our horn. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here so I can get to bed, so I can get that lawn done early in the morning. So, yeah. That being said, we'll catch you guys maybe tomorrow for the Pirates game. If I do, it'll be 12:35 Eastern. About 12:30 we'll start. So, you know, with that, I will catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one. Good night, Joe.